think are the most important present and emerging trends in the internet advertising?
So the emerging trends in the internet advertising are these days display and also YouTube, and more users use mobile devices to go online. There's also a huge trend into the local targeting of advertisement, and there's still a huge untapped potential that we can still have today.
Right, and what are your expectations for the development of internet advertising in the next couple of years?
So very similar, like I just said, mobile advertising is one of the highest interest for the overall advertising industry, because more and more users go online with mobile devices instead of just normal computers, and you just need to have a check, for example, what's going on in Japan. More users go online with their mobile devices instead of their computers. And that's definitely one of the most important trends happening over the next years, and also more visual advertising in form of placing ads in YouTube, for example. It has huge potential still today, and we definitely expect growth areas in this field.
Okay, and how do you expect the internet advertising in Europe to develop more precisely in southeastern Europe and the region?
I come from Western Europe, and I've seen the growth rates over the last years in Western Europe. And if I see how it is today in Central East Europe, we still have a huge potential. And we already are in the starting phase, and more investments and focus are going to online, but there's still a huge potential to have even more campaigns online. And it's just a question of time until all the different advertisers realize, in comparison in the whole marketing mix to print, radio and TV, how does online fit in? And we are convinced, and we expect to see more and more advertising budgets shift to online, just because it makes more sense and it's more profitable for the advertisers.
And how did the global economic crisis change the European market for internet advertising, do you think?
Actually, it's a positive trend for us, because now marketing budgets are more and more reviewed, and people definitely in marketing departments need to justify their spend. And with online advertising, the good thing is you can track every result. You can make sure that all the money that you invest will pay out for you, and you have a full transparency in how successful campaigns are. So actually the crisis is kind of good for us, because there's now a stronger need to justify the advertising spend.
And besides what you pointed out earlier, as an area of development in internet advertising, mobile advertising, can you point any other areas that might see, more development over the next couple of years?
So I mean, display today is still a huge market, but it still has a lot of potential. So we are still at the beginning, and we can find out even more information for our users. So today we know some basic things like impression and clicks, but at the end you maybe still not target the right user, because you don't know details about the user, how he's behaving in the internet in general, and things like retargeting are still at the beginning, and there's still a huge potential in this whole area, and definitely make sure that the user will see the ad that are the best and high relevant ads for him, and definitely get better results out of it compared to just a standard display placement in a website.
All right, and what opportunities do you see for the interactive agencies in Europe?
So the interactive agencies are absolutely important for us, because we have not a huge team globally. Of course, we are a lot of people, but we have a lot of engineers, and our sales force is limited. And we really rely on support from agencies to grow our business. And if I see how it developed in the mature markets, you can see that a lot of small SEMs started to set up business. I had one SEM when I was working in sales. They started as a one-man business, and they are today 80 people. So why are they so successful? Because they offer advertisers more support than we can give. So for advertisers, we of course give them the option: do you want to work directly with us, or do you want to work via agencies? For us, it doesn't matter, and we know that there are specific reasons why you should work with an agencies, because maybe they take care of your whole overall campaigns across the online network, or even across offline as well. So It's up to the advertiser, and agencies definitely are absolutely important for us.
And can you foresee any business opportunities for the internet companies in Southeastern Europe and the Central Europe region?
It is actually a huge opportunity for emerging markets. The whole online economy is still in a very beginning phase, so you have still a lot of potential. And for Google AdWords, for example, it doesn't matter in which business you are, it makes sense for everyone. If you're a small business and you're just selling, I don't know, mobile phones in a store in Sofia, it is still very powerful because you can set up campaigns specifically targeted for an individual region. But even if you're a huge advertiser, you can get a broad reach very quickly. And for emerging markets, it's a great opportunity because online is kind of a plain field, so it's not that you need to have connections to the specific companies. You can start from scratch and can easily, for example, target other markets without the need to go there. And it's a lot cheaper than it was in the past, where you maybe had to go to an exhibition in another country, invest a lot of money, maybe open an office. With online, it's a lot easier, and it has a lot of potential to be successful.
So basically, looking at the economic situation in this region,
Yeah.
there has to be more online advertising to be seen, because obviously, you know, companies aren't as big in large scale as you know, in Western Europe. So obviously, they will not have the same advertising budget.
So what can, let's say, local players do to be successful?
Yeah.
Just to have better targeted ads for the user. If you're, I don't know, a big player in a global player, at the end you need to have campaigns running that are scalable, so they do not specifically target individual regions, because it's just too complex for them. So if you're a small player, for example, in a market, the best way to stand out is offer something that is highly locally relevant for the user, because the user at the end will then see, oh, that's actually better fit for my need compared to just a broad targeted campaign.
So does Google target specific companies in specific regions, or do most of the companies come to you for, you know, obviously the advertising service?
So for the advertising service, we offer kind of two different ways. If you are a small and medium business, you can directly sign up online and set up your AdWords campaign actually in a few minutes. It doesn't take a long time, and your campaigns can directly go live. And for our big players that we have, we also offer them kind of a support, an account management team, an optimization team who can help players to set up campaigns at the beginning, because of course if you are new in this whole area, you maybe need some support, and we definitely will try to help you to have successful campaigns from the beginning.
All right, that's nice to hear. So Webbit is among the largest expos and conferences for e-business and e-marketing in Europe, and it is the only you know, conference of this kind in Southeastern Europe. You know, it has an impressive list of keynote speakers and some of the most influential people in the European e-business, e-marketing, you know, industries. So does your company plan development in Central and Eastern Europe at all over the next couple of years? Is there any specific steps, such as, you know, maybe opening an office and creating more awareness towards, you know, the advertising services and all the additional features of, you know, Google?
So the whole region, Central East Europe, is one of the fastest growing regions for Google globally. So, and of course, we definitely look into more options the better the whole region is growing, and we have really impressive numbers already, and if we are getting to the right stage, we definitely invest more people, maybe think about opening an office. It's just a question of time. It has huge potential, and we always see great growth rates. It's just a question of time.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you, it was nice talking to you.